Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me tonight for Mom Mindset Monday. I am Cherry Twitty-Hawkins, your self-care coach for moms, helping moms to rediscover the woman within by practicing self-awareness, self-care, and self-compassion. And tonight I'm going to be sharing with you three self-reflection questions to ask yourself. And this is so important to us as moms because so often we're asking how other people feel, how they're doing. Are they okay? But we totally forget to check in. Like, totally forget to check in with ourselves. So that's what we're talking about tonight. And actually, I did a version of this before, but turns out there was no sound. So yay, it's a live streaming. So I'm back doing it again for you guys, which is really no problem to me. All right, guys. So if you are watching in our Facebook community, and if you're not a member, come and join us at Moms Matter Too, Self-Care for Christian Moms. If you are, depends on where you're watching. If you're on Facebook, you can join. If you are on YouTube, click the link below and join us. And if you're on TikTok, click up above and then click the link in my bio and you can join our Facebook community from there. So as you can tell, I am live streaming in different places because I want to reach so many of you wonderful mamas. So if you're watching in our Facebook community, please give StreamYard permission to view your name, because otherwise, if you don't, then if you comment, and I like to put you guys' comments up on the screen, it will say Facebook user instead of Natasha, Keisha, Tressa. So please give Facebook permission to view your name. All righty. So getting started with this, these questions, I feel like they are super important because we really need to become, as I said, more self-aware. So when you ask these questions, some of them seem simple. Some of you might be like, "Ooh, I need to take some time and write these down." I suggest you get your pen and paper now, or pull up your phone, or pull up your document so you can type these out. And this will also be great if you have a journal. Get your journal and write these out. And these can be great daily journaling prompts or weekly, whatever works for you, just to make sure you're checking in with you, mama, not just everybody else. I'm ready. So the first thing you're going to ask yourself, this is great to ask either on Sunday or Monday, how will I make time for myself this week? Because y'all know with motherhood, there can be tunnel vision and or there's so many different things going on that you spend your days reacting to life versus really paying attention to saying, hey, how am I making myself a priority? So you want to start that at the beginning of the week. Like I said, either Sunday or Monday, just sit down and say, hey, how am I going to make time for myself this week? Is it going to be a daily thing, a few minutes a day? Or is it going to be 30 minutes every other day? Or is it going to be a certain day on the weekend? What is that going to look like for me? How will I make time for myself? And then you write out those things you're going to do and decide when you're going to do it. So think about right now. Just take time right now. Just if you just jot down one thing, how will I make time for myself this week? What's something you want to do for yourself? And then start to think about, when am I going to do that? Is it going to be, I'm going to get up earlier? Am I going to stay up later? Am I going to tell the kids, go play outside so mommy can have some time? Because that's something I love to do. Well, not now, but I used to when we lived in a house. I was like, oh, y'all, I need some time. Y'all go play outside. I would tell them, y'all go play outside. And then I would have my time to myself. So think about that. And then, of course, I encourage you, like I do with time management, with my time management course, Master Your Time Masterclass, I talk about write it down on your calendar. At what time am I going to do this every day? At least you have a plan. Maybe, as I said, things happen to us. You may not be able to do it right when you want to, but at least you have a plan to say, hey, I am a priority in my own life. So that's number one. How will I make time for myself this week? Because you deserve it. Okay. Number two, what is preventing me from being happy? Oh, and I know for some of us, we're like, oh, I already know. And you can write it down. So go ahead and write it down now. And some of us, you're like, oh, I need to really sit with this. I need to really just sit and be honest and open like I've never done before. I never really asked myself, what's preventing me from being happy? So take some time to really think about that. You can come back and watch this on a replay and pause it and then just really think about, what is it? Is it those negative thoughts in your head? Is it you giving so much to everybody else? One mom on TikTok told me she doesn't even look at herself in the mirror anymore. That she's so busy doing for other people, serving everybody else, that she just, she can't really stand to look at herself. She doesn't even know who she is anymore. So you have to really sit and ask yourself, what is preventing me from being happy? Like truly happy. I mean, happy outside of seeing your kids happy, which we know that makes us happy. We love that. But what about your own happiness? What's stopping you? And be honest about it, because what you won't face will not be changed. That's number two. What is preventing me from being happy? And then the last one, and I'll switch this one up from the last time, which you guys don't know anyway because you couldn't hear me. Oh, I think guys on TikTok could hear me. But the last one is, where do I need to set boundaries in my life? Think about it. Where do you feel like you are possibly giving too much? Or you may feel like you're not giving too much, but you feel exhausted. You feel like people are using you. You feel like you're not appreciated. You feel like, and you're not making time for yourself. All of those could possibly be places that you need to set boundaries in your life. So ask yourself that. I had a TikTok, speaking of TikTok, and I put, I think it was 6 signs you're doing too much as a mom. And it was like to Jackson 5 song. And I did like this. And I was like tired, constant anxiety, yelling at your kids, can't rest when you're tired. And that thing went super viral. And moms are like, "Ooh, please help me." Instant follow. Girl, that is me. You are around my lead. And the reason we have issues is because we're not setting boundaries in our lives. In whatever area that is for you. Maybe it's somebody's not helping out, or maybe again, you're not making time for yourself. What is that? Think about in my life. And I've talked about this in the past, and I'll talk about this in my future training, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But I want to say 7. Of course, there's probably more, but different areas of your life where you need to set boundaries: physical, emotional, spiritual, financial. Those are just some of those. Those are areas in your life you need to think about. Do I need to set boundaries? Am I not really responsible in these areas? Or again, is somebody stepping over an invisible line that I have in my mind that I'm like, oh, why they keep asking me? Da, 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 but they don't know because you haven't communicated with them that, no, I'm not going to do that. Or no, I'm not able to do that. Or this is mommy's me time. So we have to be asking ourselves consistently, where do I need to set boundaries in my life? So think about that. Maybe jot, like I said, 1 or 2 things down right now, and then take time to, as I say, sit with it and ask yourself, who do I feel like is disrespecting me? Is it my in-laws? Is it my parents? Is it my boss? Is it my friends? Is it my spouse? Who is it, or what situations? And where do I need to set boundaries in my life? Because that's where all of that, as I said, that's where all of that, like I was talking about in the TikTok, well, not talking about dancing too. That's where all those problems come from, is a lack of setting boundaries. As one mom said, "Oh, girl, you are talking about me. I have young kids and they don't do anything. And it's because I won't say no." Saying no is setting a boundary. So we have to learn how to really sit down and say, this is what I need to do. These are my boundaries where I need to put them. I need to have this, 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 and this. And then how am I going to do them? What is that going to look like? And so, guys, if you are interested, if you are ready to start setting boundaries in your life so that you can have some peace, some time for yourself, okay? And just be able to breathe. I will do a free boundary setting masterclass. And if you are interested, if you're watching on TikTok, guys, click my name up above, go to my latest post. My latest post should say free boundary setting masterclass or class, and comment yes. And everybody else who's watching everywhere else, comment yes down below in the comments, and I will send you the information on how to join me. Okay, so if you're ready to stop saying, oh, I'm stressed out, I'm frustrated, I don't know how to say no, these people keep, running over me and taking advantage of me, or whatever it is, I'm not making time for self-care, boundary setting. We very often talk about, oh, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time. Yes, you do. As a woman of God, if you're watching and you follow me, you know I'm a woman of God. God created all the time that we need. It's just up to us to be good stewards of our time. And part of that is knowing, what do I want in my life? And how am I going to set boundaries around things that do not align with that? So I'll be talking about that in that free training. So if you're interested, again, comment yes below, and I will send you the information. And also on TikTok, you can comment yes below as well. All righty, guys. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed tonight's conversation. And again, come back and watch it. If you need to, come back and watch it. Pause after each question and write down, journal, type it, put it on your phone, whatever works for you. And answer these questions and come back and answer them, like I said, at minimum weekly basis. So you make sure you're taking care of you and not waiting for somebody else. Okay? All right. Well, I am Cherry Twitty-Hawkins, your self-care coach for moms, helping moms to rediscover the woman within by practicing self-care, self-awareness, and self-compassion. And guys, if you need personalized assistance with self-care and making yourself a priority, click the link, depends on where you're watching, up above or down below, and schedule a complimentary call with me. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Have a blessed morning, evening, or afternoon. And remember, mamas, you matter too. God bless.